All right, Shalom, Yasharallah. All right, meaning peace be into the nation of Israel. All right, Humadamada, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and speckled bird Israelites, being Israelite foreigners, scattered across the four corners of the earth, including within America, Babylon the Great. We are the Most High Yahweh's chosen people of the nation of Israel. Okay, so we are the Greatmillstone camp of El Paso, Texas. All right, out here the day to bring out the word of the Lord, of his holy oracles. All right, for to tear down the strongholds and stumbling blocks of the wicked. All right, in hopes of this camp epistle being further edifying and exhorting to the lost sheep of Israel. All right, so without further ado, as we always do, we're going to go to face east. Give all praise, glory, and honor to our power. Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh, by Shem, God. All right, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. In the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, whom is our strength and our Redeemer and our light and our salvation. And also a double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, Greatmillstone, and Shalom, and salutations to the house of David, of the 1/3 elect remnant of the nation of Israel, along with the rest of the 1/3 elect men, women, and children of Israel. Okay, and the title, all right, of this camp epistle is "Fret Not of Wicked Devices," pursuing a Psalm 37:7. Okay, all right. Which you actually look up device or devices. It goes into wicked invention. Case in point. Okay, including Esau's AI infrastructure. Okay, which the mark of the beast, the next major prophecy. Okay, is integrated within. Okay, which is what which is part of this mark of the beast infrastructure. This mark of the beast interface. Okay. And regulating people's lives through AI. And that's why AI is becoming more of a household operation, more of a household tool, okay, and within every facet of life, in the corporate, in the retail industry through these kiosks, where you can, the banking industry, where they got ITMs replace, and gear to replace, a lot of ATMs. So it's all a part of Esau's gradualism. Okay, they got Google VO, Google GO3. Okay, they got AI prompts. We're gonna go in and dive into all of that through the Spirit. Okay, just touching base on it briefly. Okay, and as it all is integrated within this mark of the beast infrastructure, that Esau is going to further normalize through sensationalism. Okay, to limit as much resistance of the satanic New World Order agenda as he possibly can in these last days, because there's going to be a lot of resistance in the midst of this civil war. That will include AI machines associated with his military, putting a lot of these undesirables to death. And these undesirables are people who are contrary to this agenda. People the government can't trust, so to say. Okay, so this is the times that we're living in. We're living in a time of no other, man. Okay, let's start off with that Daniel 12:1.
Right. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, so hey, we're approaching a time of trouble like no other, all right, perilous times. As it goes into the 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. Okay, let's go and get that. 2 Timothy 3:1. Okay, in the midst of heavy turmoil, confusion, betrayal. Okay, all right, and of differences through political indifferences. Okay, sovereign indifferences. Okay, and just overall confusion, division. Okay, mayhem, catastrophe, anarchy. Okay. It was gonna result in a lot of bloodshed out here. Okay, in the midst of the Civil War, during this economic collapse, being that America is 36, at least as I last checked, last night, $36.9 trillion in debt. Okay, so so by the end of this year, we're knocking at the door of possibly being $40 trillion in debt. Okay, which is astronomical and ridiculous. Okay, that Esau can mismanage his finances like that, but which was all orchestrated. But just further confirm that there's a foolish king ruling the earth, pursuing Ecclesiastes 10:16. Okay, all right, that's looking to convert this world into a gigantic prison planet. okay, predicated off of left-hand energy through his satanic devices, okay, including his politics, okay, being used, okay, to normalize, his agenda through their moral decrees and so forth, man, such as the so-called Trump's big beautiful bill, which is facetious and childish in itself. That policy is named that to further mock the targeted demographic of people, okay, that big beautiful bill, quote unquote, was geared towards, and that's our people, okay, the nation of Israel, and the undesirables, pursuant to Zephaniah 2:1, okay, the people that they've always sought out to eliminate, out of envy, because out of envy came death into the world, as it says, Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. So this is why the devil is coming down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time to look to achieve this satanic New World Order agenda, okay, which is going to further consist of the implementation of AI, okay, and this is all a part of this further consists of this great time, this great terrible time that we're living in, man, okay, all right, where great death is gonna take place by way of Esau's satanic devices, okay, by way of him, further, declaring, and professing his God complex, okay, predicated off of so-called white supremacy, okay, that his way is the only way. And if you oppose that way, then you will be ridiculed and persecuted openly as enemies of the state. Hence their color-coded FEMA color, hence their FEMA color-coded list, i.e. the red list, blue list, and yellow list. Right. Okay, if we're on that red list, most definitely, because we're the main threat to this. They're really the only threat to this devil's satanic NWO. Then you got the blue list. Anybody who's ever clicked on a truth video or associated with truth in some fashion, and Esau has your IP address. He has information on you. Okay, which he perceives those people to be untrustworthy as well. So at the very least, they're on the blue list. And the people on the yellow list are just complete expendable. So those are going to be the people that mainly take that chip. Okay, and if they go against the status quo, violating these social norms of this agenda by any means, okay, they can be persecuted. Okay, including having harmful chemicals and metals or whatever other harmful substances that may be in this chip, or to coagulate the blood and have these people drop dead. Okay, case in point. So these are just scenarios of this devil's destruction, because the earth was given to the hands of the wicked, and he's coming down with great wrath because he knows the Yahweh Shai is coming to save his elect. Okay, because these are the terrible times that we're living in, man, through the spirit of prophecy. So go ahead.
Yeah, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and the 1st verse. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
It's like perilous means terrible. Okay, go ahead.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Unholy. Holy means separate. Okay, as in to be separated from the likes of wickedness. Okay. All right. That's why in Leviticus 20:26, the Heavenly Father said that he was to separate us from these other heathen nations, man. Okay. So that's why 2 Corinthians 6:14 says we're not supposed to be equally yoked, with the works of darkness, and the work of the darkness, roughly paraphrased. Okay. And that further cuts that condemns that false notion that the Lord loves every nation and creed, because the Bible is not universal. It's never for everybody. Okay. It was always intended to be exclusive. Okay, for the nation of Israel and their salvation. Okay, by seeking the Lord, inclining their ears to the Lord, and that's only a righteous luxury for the elect. So in these last days, these perilous times of trouble, great trouble that we're living in, only the elect will be saved, because their names are preordained in the book of life to be saved. Okay, the brother read in Daniel 12:1. Okay, and so every characteristic and trait and behavioral patterns that the brother is prophesied in 2 Timothy 3 is is associated, okay, with the vast majority. Okay, case in point. Okay, these are the people, okay, that are going to be easily enticed, okay, to and coerced to take that chip, the mark of the beast, by way of Esau's vision, okay, of being your own God, which is his part of his God complex, that he is God. That's why in Isaiah 47, it says how he would say, I am and none else. So this same mindset is the same mindset that he is psychologically conditioned, the vast majority, okay, to be ensnared by way of, okay, through his satanic devices, including transhumanism, okay, within this AI interface, this AI infrastructure, okay, that this mark of the beast, is going to be integrated within, man, okay. So through transhumanism, okay, that's another approach of being your own God, okay, fusing man with machine. And this is another lying wonder that he's going to use to ensnare the vast majority to get that chip put impaled inside of them. And that'll be their death sentence, because the penalty of taking that mark of the beast, percent of Revelation, the 14th chapter, is death by swimming in a lake of fire, man, produced by these 200 million ICBM missile warheads. Okay? Go ahead.
Yeah. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fearless, despisers of those that are good.
Despisers of those who are good, who are righteous, who are holy, who fear the Lord enough to consider his ways, okay, to make his ways, to consider his ways of righteousness a lifestyle. It says in St. James, the 1st chapter, be a doer of the word, and not a hearer only. See, but that's only the mindset of the elect. Okay, case in point. So this whole satanic prison planet based predicated off of left hand energy, okay, of the further manifestation of Esau Edom's God complex, okay, is to target the righteous. That's why a perfect example of that is during C to the V to the 19 at the height of it in 2020, when people find out that when people would see people not wearing their face coverings, okay, they would ridicule them out. They would frown upon them. Or if somebody coughed out loud, they would proceed them to have the vid. See that? Or if somebody found out that you didn't take that dragon juice, hokey pokey, they frowned up upon you, man. See? So now, within the further development of Esau's devices, it's not far-fetched that there's devices out there that'll be able to pinpoint who didn't take that chip. Okay? It's case in point. So it's all a part of the psychological conditioning of normalizing wickedness, okay, but for the vast majority to further weed out the undesirables. The undesirables being the righteous. That's why he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, knowing that he has put a short time with the intentions of hunting down the righteous, mainly the elect. Or part of that insurrection in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. You get Psalm 37 and 28. So we don't have very much time, man. That's a wonderful thing. Okay, it's a great pleasure to chant down Babylon, as the tribe of Benjamin like to say, man, like to go into. Okay, because not only are we doing the work of Yahweh by Shem Shai, our power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, we're also fighting for our righteousness, fighting for our salvation by abiding in righteousness. Okay, and within the efforts of further tearing down the strongholds and stumbling blocks of the wicked. And there's nothing more glorious than that. So even if being that some of us will die, okay, we should welcome death, okay, by way of this wonderful work that we're involved in, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is Psalms 37 and 28. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
The seed of the wicked shall be cut off, you Edomites. Because after a while, okay, you definitely gonna be rounded up in a pit, and after 2,000 years of hardcore, egregious subjection under the righteous house of David of the nation of Israel and the entire nation of Israel, you will be incinerated, every single one of you devils, for destroying the earth. Okay, let's jump down to verse 32. That was the point.
Psalm 37, 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him.
See, the wicked watcheth the righteous through his devices, okay, through his surveillance technology, through the laptops, the smart technology, through the smartphones, the gaming consoles. That's why that movie, another predictive programming platform known as Snowden, the Snowden movie, further revealed that. How the devil can, the CIA and so forth, can and the NSA can spy on us, okay, through such surveillance technology, okay, through through the cell phones, the smart technology, the laptops. You see, so now they have the AI being further developed, okay, where they're able to mimic human behavior, okay, and so that data is being transferred to these AI androids, okay, that's going to be used to further unleash, okay, on the righteous to further seek them. So Esau's further seeking our lives to his satanic devices, man. Okay, all right.
You don't have any privacy, even in your home. When you're watching TV, they're watching you through your TV. They can see everything you're doing in your homes. So you don't have any privacy. Most of you are unaware that this devil is watching you in your home, right inside your home through your TV. When they put in these security systems outside your house, and they can watch you and see when you're coming in and when you're leaving. So they know pretty much everything about you, even your cars. They can track you with these new cars. But they already have tracking devices installed in the cars, so they know every move you make. So they can find you traveling in your car, especially like new cars like Toyota cars like that. They can easily track where you are.
Yep.
And also, of course, on your cell phone, they can track you through your cell phone. So you have no privacy at all. Don't ever think you do. They can pretty much see anything you're doing in your home, where you're going, the whole 9 yards. If you're in any type of electronic device.
Yep. That's why they say in the world, Big Brother is watching, which is spiritual for the fact that, our so-called Big Brother, right? Esau Edom, who came out first before our forefather Jacob did, is watching because he has global influence right now. Okay. All right. Through his blessing, the sword, and the leverage behind his blessing being the sword, extended through his military industrial complex, his AI. Okay. Intelligence agencies, his NATO alliance, his NATO military alliance, the current leverage he still has within his petrodollar. Okay. So this is how Big Brother is watching, using his leverage through his satanic devices. Okay. Until the Lord Yahweh Shemashai removes the source of his strength. Let's get 2nd Ezra 9-20. All right. Shalom to you. Akim on the comment board. Yahweh Shemashai Barakatham. Get some of these comments. See some brothers post some precepts here. Let me see. All right, brother Sonny Yahweh, brother Itazawam. Sonny Yahweh, Salaki, Sonny Yahweh. Got a brother Aziala on here. Saw the brother Yawsap on here. Salaki, if you don't get to all these precepts, Khan. Yeah, I'm gonna get as you're getting that, I'm gonna get a couple off the comment board. No. Yeah, he's on the comment board. I was gonna get a couple of the precepts he put up.
Yeah, I was gonna put it on here. Which one is?
Okay. You can. Okay. No. Okay.
Just type there.
Okay. I'll type it.
It'll make it easy for you to read.
Okay, come. But they say 2 heads are better than 1. Okay. Yeah, I found it. Hold on. Okay, we good now. All right, you got actually comment board.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So hey, man, you can go ahead. Whatever precepts is, move to the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever precepts pertinent to what we're going into, bring them out. I know all the precepts the brothers putting up for skill for adding
Here's
anyway.
a precept. This is still in the same chapter we was in, Psalm 37. Psalm 37:1 says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." All right, the Lord said, don't fret yourself because of the wickedness that's going on in the world. Don't fret that. Don't fear that. Okay? Instead, fear the Lord. Okay? Because it says in the second verse, "For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb."
To be cut off. That goes
So they're
into
going to be cut off.
Psalm 37:28, how the seed of the wicked is going to be cut off.
Right.
Any more on that? I'm going to get Psalm 37:7. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is Psalms 37:7. "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
Mm-hmm.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass."
So the Lord said, rest in him. Okay, that's the only true way. Okay, that fear, okay, will be withheld from your heart, the mind. Okay, by resting in the Lord. Okay, you're not being no longer marveling after this beast system. It says in Revelation 13:3, which pertains to the vast majority of these reprobates out here, but rather resting in the Lord. Okay, all right, to abide in his perfect love. All right, we're gonna go and get in the book of 1 John. Before we do that, let's get Isaiah 55:3, because how do you rest in the Lord? Okay, by inclining your ear to the word of the Heavenly Father in the name of his only begotten Son. Okay. Isaiah 55:3.
This is Isaiah 55:3. "Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live."
See, the Lord said, incline your ear to me. Okay. Okay. Read that again, Baba Kasha.
This is Isaiah 55:3. "Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live."
Okay. Incline your ear to the Lord so that your soul can live. Okay. By abiding in the word of the Lord. Let's get Amos 5:4. That's not the mindset of the wicked. The mindset of the wicked is to do as thou wilt, which is that satanic ideology of the top Satanist warlock, Aleister Crowley. Okay, that the theme of America, it was modeled after, which is the liberty and justice for all. I mean, what the liberty and justice to be whatever you want to be, live however you want to live, and that's not a biblical that's not a biblically based ideology. Okay, that's a satanic ideology. That's why a lot of these people are going to be destroyed, because they're going to look to further save their carnal lives when all hell breaks loose in these troublous times, and these perilous times we're living in, by taking that chip, hearkening to Esau's satanic counsel, because they perceive him to be God, falling for the okie doke, being drunk off his wine and fornication through the enchantments of his devices.
All right. This is Amos 5:4. "For thus saith the Lord unto the house of Israel, seek ye me, and ye shall live."
See, the Lord, Yahweh Shemeshah says, seek ye me, and ye shall live. Okay? And how do we really do that? Okay, let's get Revelation 1:3.
This is Revelation 1:3. "Blessed is he that readeth, and that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand."
The time is at hand. The time of trouble is at hand. So anybody in their right mind would want protection in that time. And the only source of protection from these troublous times, these perilous times that we're approaching, is through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the strong tower of the glorious and holy name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, presented in Proverbs 18:10. Okay, being at the name mentioned in that precept, okay, is the strong tower. Okay, where the righteous will run into. Okay, all right, but it starts with reading. All right, developing that relationship with the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, so that way he can sup with you. Okay, by giving you, by appointing onto you, bestowing upon you the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven with all these exquisite parables that Scripture says, man. Okay, to understand, so that way, the mind can be stable in a time of trouble. Okay, let's get Revelation 3:20.
Okay, and just to go back on what he just now said, this is a scripture. I'm gonna get that. What you just asked me. But this is Psalm 118 and 6. I'm sorry. Yeah. Psalms 118 and 6. The Lord is on my side, and I will not fear what man can do unto me. See, so we're not sitting in fear of what's the devil. We feel the Lord for.
Revelation 3:20. Yep, because fear, fear is lack of perfect love. Okay, when you fear, the love the love for the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is not truly perfected. That's why there's a prayer out there, on my channel. The Spirit, brought out that I pray was further edifying and zoned into the body. I'm praying for, praying to be, withheld from fear. Okay, praying for all fear to depart from us. So we're approaching that time where we're approaching great fearful sights. Okay, AI machines putting people to death ruthlessly, wild, ravenous animals ruthlessly putting these wicked people to death, these wicked individuals to death. Okay, all manners of madness and just chaos. Okay, all part of that evil that will pursue the wicked. We're seeing Proverbs 13 and 21. Okay, so this is the time to be perfected in love, man. Okay, by further inclining our ears to the Lord and praying for more supplication to be appointed onto us, man. More spiritual gifts rather to be appointed onto us through praying, fasting, okay, charity, okay, and so forth. Okay, reading, to be further perfected in love of Yahweh by Shem Shai, okay, to have our minds less conformed from this world, or which consists of being that much more farther removed from fear.
That's right.
Okay. Matter of fact, before you get that, I'm gonna pull up this precept going into perfect fear, 1 John. All right. 1 second.
While he's looking for that, I'm just going to read this from GMS Yahweh hopefully that 777, so that we may boldly say, go ahead, brother.
Okay, we'll come back to the precepts, and we'll get some more of the precepts on the common board, or Salakia. This is 1 John 4 and 17. It says, herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment. Because as he is, so are we in this world. Because we're supposed to be walking in the image of Yahweh by Shem Shai, because we're like many Yahweh Shais. Hence why Yahweh Shai quoted Psalm 82 and 6, that we are gods. Okay, further fulfilling the things that constitutes us being gods. Priests, prophets, okay, kings and warriors of the royal priesthood. Okay, this is 1 John 4 and 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. So these people can be tormented with fear, okay, of the vast majority that will lead them into taking that chip out of fear of losing their carnal lives, which Yahushua said, for those who look to save their lives shall lose them. So it goes on to say, 1 John 4 and 18, he that feareth is not made perfect in love. See, so the Lord is coming back to save they who he perceived to be unblemished and spotless from the world. See, go ahead.
Yeah, after that, you just look at this. Yes.
Take so long to document the common board, but I'm watching it. Let's go to now, like, how about the thumb watching it?
Yes, I just want to let you check and see if you started thinking.
Oh, I'll go ahead and put some heat up on it. So a lot of people don't get to all of it, but this is oh, they get expired. All right, so brother GMS, y'all hopefully let 777 put up Psalm 124 and 6. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Shai, who hath not given us as a prey to the teeth of this beast. Okay, this beast empire on behalf of this beast, Esau Edom. Okay, Psalm 124 and 7. Okay, it says, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. Okay, and the fowler is Esau Edom. All right, the same fowler mentioned in Psalm the 91st chapter. It says, The snare is broken. The trap is broken. And we are escaped. Why? Because the Lord is removing that yoke from off our necks. That the yoke, the yoke from our minds. Okay. That's why Yahushua said in St. John 8 and 32, the truth shall make you free. So we're free from the bondage of sin. Okay. We're free from the fear of death. Okay. Because we live in the love of Yahweh by Shem Shai, which will we truly abide in. That's why we're getting further perfected in this love. Okay. By the Lord purging us from any leaven that our own respective leaven that we that hinders our walk and growth in this spiritual in this thing of ours, man, within this straight and narrow path of righteousness. That's why Esau's snares, his traps are no longer working, because we've been made free through this truth. Okay, the Comforter in St. John the 14th chapter, St. John 14 and 26. So Psalm 124 and 8, our help is in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, who made heaven and earth. Okay, the majesty. To mention the Hebrews, I believe it's Hebrews the 2nd chapter. Okay, all right, Hebrews 1st or 2nd chapter. The majesty is whom we incline our ears to listen to his word. Okay, this is so the truth of this gospel, of this word, okay, is how we've been further perfected. How those these strongholds and stumbling blocks have been torn down for those within the minds that believe in the Lord Yahweh by Shem and Shah. Because as Yahweh Shah said, a servant cannot have more than one master. Roughly, let's see, get a little bit more of these before we go ahead and get a couple more precepts, on our own. But Brother Adiala put up Proverbs 23 and 17. Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Shai, all the day long. That's fire. Okay, I gotta read that again. Proverbs 23 and 17. Let not thine heart envy sinners, because the envy of sinners, okay, of those who follow, who seek the validation of these sinners, okay, looking to follow the multitude to do evil, as it says, as we're commanded not to do in Exodus 23 and 2, are going to continue to envy these sinners, including the sinners that take that trip and follow them into destruction. Okay, within that lake of fire, being burned to hell up, incinerated. Okay, by fully pledging allegiance to Esau Edom through this beast system, by bowing down before this beast system, the sinful kingdom in Amos 9 and 8, America, Babylon the Great. Okay, Proverbs 23 and 17. Let not thy heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Shai, all the day long. Because when we fear the Lord all that day long, okay, we're not fearing Esau. Because now at that point, we have further declared, we have further redeclared the Lord, who we have forgotten through the curses, as our God, and not Esau. And the whole intention, and I further expose the whole intentions of the satanic New World Order agenda of Esau looking to be the God, declare himself as of the God of this world. We further maintain that title, as he's prophesied to be of in 2 Corinthians 4 and 4, of the God of this world that's blinded the minds of the simple, roughly paraphrasing. See? Proverbs 23 and 18. For surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off. And our expectation is the kingdom of heaven. Esau can't take that from us. Because he can't, and that's why he can't deceive the very elect. It says in St. Matthew 24 and 24. That's a part of the God of this world blinding the minds of the simple, 2 Corinthians 4 and 4, including blinding the minds of the masses on who the true Israelites are. Blinding the minds of the masses of who the true Edomites are, the arch nemesis of the Israelites. But these Edomites have been further exposed, and these devils that run the earth. Okay, mainly he who has declared himself and proclaimed himself to be white in 1681 through that social construct, which is symbolic of holiness, purity. And there's nothing holy or pure about you devils, man. Right. And that's why your empire is further indicative of your unholy nature, your unholy, vile, profane nature. Okay, provoking these wars geoeconomically, okay, at the expense of the working class in America, Babylon the Great, the expense of many lives overseas through these war provocations, okay, that our taxpaying dollars fund over there in the Gaza Strip, okay, the Israelites getting blown to hell over there. That's coming out of our goddamn pockets, man. Case in point. See, this Proverbs 24 and 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. For their heart, verse 2, For their heart studied destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. So this devil is studying destruction, man. Okay, all right, because his heart is not perfect in the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah, because it was never intended to be. He was created to be evil. Okay, so that's about it, man. There's some heat on here, man. Get a few more of these.
Shalom to all my brothers on the comment board from Idaho and so forth.
Yep.
Y'all, what's up, all of you?
Yep, all of you, Aki, man. The water for tuning in. The water for your precepts, man. I greatly appreciate it. The skill for adding. Oh, man, it's a fire. But Isaiah put up Psalm 27:1. The Lord Yahweh by Shemeshah is my light and my salvation. See, that's, hey, says, whom shall I fear? The Lord Yahweh by Shemeshah is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Verse 2. Here's the point. When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. See? Matter of fact, get Isaiah 41:11. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I had you.
Yes, sir.
Got to add your phone. 1 second. But yeah, man, yep, brother, y'all shall put up Sirach 9:11. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. These people don't know the end of Esau. Why? Because they have not, their eyes have not been blessed with the eye salve to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, including salvation for the elect of the nation of Israel and damnation for the Edomites, okay, and the subjugation of you other heathen nations under our dominion in the kingdom of heaven. That's all a part of the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. See, and if you don't, if for all those, or the vast majority, okay, of the non-elect, who don't understand the mysteries of these exquisite parables of the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, okay, they're the very souls that don't understand the end of Esau, so they're very prone, to follow him, because they're easily coerced and enticed to follow him, because they have no direction, they have no righteous direction. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much that on that. But we'll come back to this. We'll come back to these precepts.
A lot of good precepts on there. Thank you for that. A lot of good precepts.
I got to bring this one out. One more. At this point, the son of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, 144. Put up Proverbs 24:19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. Okay. Says verse 20, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. All right, like it says in Proverbs 13:9, man. The candle of Esau's, the light of Esau's candle is his sensual and devilish wisdom, not understanding. For light is symbolic of wisdom, not understanding. And as it says in Sirach 19th chapter, the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge. Let's get Second Ezra 9:20.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were coming to it.
Right there. See? So the world, the peril, terror have been brought into the world through these devices, man. Okay, through fornication. Okay, it's just sexually illicit activities, i.e., man-on-man activity, woman-on-woman activity, prevalent within the so-called June month. Okay, Pride month. Okay, which pride is abomination to the Lord Yahweh by Shemeshah. Okay. All right, and you got and then other forms of fornication through bestiality. Okay, the PDF file situation. Okay, Esau's petrodollar, which is a debt weapon. Okay, AI, feminism. Okay, so this is how the devil turned things upside down, as it says in Isaiah 29:16. Okay, because he's the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay. Can you read that again, Baba Shah?
So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that would come into it.
Yeah, there's terror. Okay, peril has been brought into this world. Okay, through these very devices, man. All right, including something called what we had referenced earlier. Google, the Google Video Generator Audio, which is an acronym for basically it's what that acronym is. It's what Google VO3 is about. Okay. All right, going into a AI video generator that can use AI prompts, okay, to output, what people input through pictures, through sentences, including AI sentences, that can cause the output of AI to mimic, okay, everything of that input. For example, somebody can use like a picture, okay. And they could write out a sentence, okay, of a movie script, and AI can mimic that, okay, and make it seem like it's real. So these are very satanic devices that Esau is using, okay, that he's gonna, let's pass by.
You go into AI, you can say something like, "Good morning," and it'll say, and AI speak back to you and say, "Hello, how are you today? How's your day going?" Or something like that. It actually talk to you like it's human being.
Well, that's what you got. That's what ChatGPT is for.
See, that's what ChatGPT and all these different AI chats can do. Pretty much mimic anything that's being humans.
Yep. So
have a whole conversation.
Just some key points on this Google announced VO3 AI video generator. Okay, they can also create generated audio. Meaning what? There will soon be no use for these movie companies. Okay, so a lot of you actors and actresses are sold out. There's something strange for a piece of change. You finna be out of there, man. I mean, the majority of you anyway. Okay, this passed by. So beautiful.
That's the reason why Mark Zuckerberg is investing billions of dollars in Meta, so that he can be able to do that. You can speak and create videos. You can speak and create websites. Pretty much anything you want to do. It's going to put millions of people out of jobs and so forth. That's going to create desperate people that become desperate.
Yep.
Because they're not going to have a way to feed their families. See, that's going to cause trouble in the world.
Yeah,
but that's all prophesied by the Messiah.
Yep, and that's why AI. That's why AI is being further developed, because this very AI, is going to be taking over a lot of these jobs in the retail market. Okay, the just corporate in general, these factory jobs. Okay, so this is all a part of that peril through these devices. It says here, the artificial intelligence tool competes with OpenAI Sora video generator, but its ability to also incorporate audio into the video that it creates a key distinction. So that's pretty much the synopsis on that. All right. So, further going into the capabilities of the Google launched VO3 AI video generator and audio generator. Okay. Further using AI prompts of such AI technology. It says AI prompts are instructions given to an AI model dictating what type of output you want to receive. These prompts can range from simple questions to complex instructions. And their quality significantly impacts the AI's response, like similar to ChatGPT. When you type something in, or you for example, you'll ask ChatGPT, if you were the devil, how would you destroy mankind? And it'll give you an answer as if it was the devil. You see? So similar approach on how these AI prompts of the AI technology of these AI video and audio generators can be used. Okay, to use left-hand energy, okay, to mimic reality. It further confirms that we're living in a matrix, man. Okay, so that's pretty much the point. This is how Esau is bringing terror in the world, man. All right, through these satanic devices. All right, what you got? Oh, second Ezra 9 and 20. Okay. You can keep reading down to verse 22.
Okay. And this is second Ezra 9 and 21. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of the great people.
The elect, the first fruits. All right, go ahead.
Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, but with great labor have I made it perfect.
Yep, that perfect plant is a noble vine consisting of the first fruits, okay, along with, which is the part of the house of David, first and foremost, along with the rest of the 1/3 elect men, women, and children of Israel, whose names were preordained in the book of life to be spared from the destruction of these satanic devices in these last days. Okay, this for so this further confirms that we're in spiritual warfare, and we're living in the final hour of these perilous times where the devil is ramping up the left hand satanic energy through these satanic devices to further propel and declare himself as God on earth. Okay, such as including such devices like Project Bluebeam, where he can mimic we should be good now. Salakia, yeah, the device is overheating. Part of the conditions of the battle, man. All right. Anyway, let's get let's let's finish off in the second Edges. Second Edges 9.
All right, this is second Ezra 9 and 21. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and the plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish there, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
So 2 points there. The grape of the cluster, okay? The elect are going to be spared, and the multitude, okay, that were born in vain are going to be destroyed. That's vast majority. that follows that envies the wicked. Okay, let's get what is it? Isaiah 64:3 in NLT. Salakia, Psalm 64:3 in NLT. We're getting ready to close down in a minute. Hakeem.
All right. This is Psalm 64:3. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent, attacking the just.
Yeah, so Esau, you know what? Esau persecutes us with his tongue. He persecutes the righteous. That's a part of him seeking to slay the righteous by demonizing us, okay? You know, incriminating us by associating us with these various psyops, okay, of domestic terrorism and so forth, okay? Because all these 1948 incidents has been happening, and whether they're all orchestrated or whether there's a few of them. Either way, whether it's orchestrated or not, he's using that as a further way or avenue or approach to demonize the prophets for speaking out against those 1948ers as being frauds, not the real people. Okay, it's part of this devil coming after us, man. Look at Revelation 12:10.
This is Revelation 12:10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Son. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
The accuser of our brethren is being casted down. Okay, big brother. You know, we mentioned earlier, Esau Edom. Okay, he's being casted down. Okay, by his own devices. It says in Psalm 10:2, let the wicked be taken the devices they have imagined against the poor. All right, the righteous that whom they're seeking to slay. In Psalm 37:32. Okay, keep going.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
So we overcame this devil, the accuser of our brethren, Esau Edom, by the blood of the Lamb, being covered by the blood of the Lamb. Okay, you also what that mark of exemption is. Okay, the covering of Yahushua through his bloodshed, covering the elect. Okay, let's get Isaiah 54:17. This is why you devils have no power over us anymore. That's why that yoke being removed from our minds in Jeremiah 30:8. You have power over the, like it says in 2 Corinthians 4:4. The God of this world has blinded the minds of the simple, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, that's why in St. Matthew 24:24 says how you cannot deceive the very elect towards the end of that precept.
That's
54:17.
This is Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
Mm-hmm.
None that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
That's it. That's your part, man. That sums the entire lesson up. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment shall be condemned. All right, through the sharp arrows, representing the sharp arrows of your tongues that you release upon the nation of Israel to persecute them. All right, for abiding in righteousness, it's gonna fall upon you. It's gonna fail. Okay, you're gonna be this part of your disappointment. Psalm 17:13 says, "Now the Lord is gonna disappoint you, devil, man." Meaning what? He's going to allow your satanic NWO to fail and not triumph. Okay, all right, and this is a part of. And this is part of the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh by Shemeshai, all right, representing the righteousness of the Lord Yahweh by Shemeshai, because this is ultimately of the patience of the saints, okay, to endure to the end. Okay, let's get off on that. St. Matthew 24:13. We'll get a couple off the comment board. And So I can try to keep this device cool.
This is St. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. The end of these perilous times we're living in. Okay, fighting that good fight of faith, not wavering, not getting weak and feeble in the knees, and ultimately in the faith. Okay, and to the and leading to the subjection under this devil. Okay, or the ultimate subjection by taking that chip. Okay, fight to the end. Okay, those who all right, we finna end it off, Hakeem. Damn phone keep overheating. So we're gonna bring out one last precept so Hakeem we can't get to the common board. Phone's about to die and it's overheating. So
Okay, so this is it.
yeah. Brother Yasha said, damn well we teach outside in the heat, so make some heat resistant phones, you damn devils. Well, Esau don't want that. He definitely don't want that. Anything that would aid the ministry, he would oppose. But I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere. You got it?
Yeah, this is so this is Ecclesiastes. I believe it is Ecclesiastes
No,
9.
I got it. 1 Corinthians 9:24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the price? So run that ye may obtain, or running that we may obtain." I know the piece that you bring out. The race is not to the swift.
Right.
I believe it. You got it. Okay, I'll get it, and we'll end it off on that, man, because I want this shit to overheat again. Let me see. Real quick. Yeah, it's 7 and 8. Oh yeah, you're right. Salaki. Ecclesiastes All right, Akim, we finna be out of here, man. It's damn, you already know what time it is. Damn phone keep overheating, but we just came back to salute you, Akim. All right. Save the water for the for tuning in, putting the precepts up on the board for the add-on to the lesson, man. It's greatly appreciated. Okay. So we're gonna end it off on that note, man. Give all praise, glory, infinite honor to our power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who is God of living. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Katadas. Okay. Double honor to the apostles, elder bishop, Greatmillstone. Okay. Peace and salutations. To Bayashad Awadah. Okay. Meaning the house of David, the 1/3 elect remnant of the nation of Israel, along with the rest of the 1/3 elect men, women, and church of Israel. Okay. All right. The water salute to Akim tuning in once again. Above ball. Soon and very soon. Okay. Shalom to Akim, man. If you Akwat, Yahweh Shem Yashai, Barakathum. Shalom. Above ball. Yeah, man. I mean, it's close to 90 degrees. Yeah, we kind of stand in the shade, so we don't feel it.